All right, let's move on to the race news, man.
Great.
Let's move to the race news. So this one is this is a little spat that happened. I don't know, maybe you saw it. It happened on Twitter. But Chrissy Teigen responds to Alison Roman's digs at her and Marie Kondo. This is a huge bummer, says Chrissy Teigen. So basically what happened is that in Alison Roman, who is a chef on New York Times, a couple other things, she's got, she's like a little YouTube star for New York Times, and she criticized Marie Kondo and Chrissy Teigen because they, for different things, but like, having a cookbook and having, a cookware line. And then Chrissy Teigen, in Chrissy Teigen fashion, went at her on Twitter. And then the two of them, they got into a thing, but like, it sounds like they worked it out. But, everybody started talking about this, talking about why is Alison Roman going after two Asian women, two women of color, and not going after like all these white women who like basically started this whole like lifestyle trend in the first place. But it's pretty intense. I have some thoughts. Fumi has some thoughts. Jojo, I want to hear what you have to say. Did you hear about this?
No, I did not.
Wait, can I just add to the story just for more context? So
yes,
Alison Roman was being interviewed about like consumerism, and she was talking about how she's anti-consumerism, and then she used those two as examples. She's saying, isn't it ironic that Marie Kondo, who's the queen of not having anything, now has like all these products up for sale, therefore like kind of undermining her own identity and the thing that she's selling. And then same with Chrissy Teigen is like, what, she's not even a cook, and she has one cookbook, and now if you go to Target, you can't get away from her brand extensions and stuff like that. So she was saying like, I'm very, very much against that. And then people on Twitter were like, no, why did you call out those two instead of like Gwyneth Paltrow, who does the exact same thing, or like Jessica Alba, who is like the same thing, So it was weird because she was attacking consumerism, which is like, fine, you're allowed to have opinions about that, but it's like, why use these two as examples? That's kind of how it started.
Oh man, this sucks because I love Alison Roman. I love her shallot pasta.
Oh, you like it?
Oh my God, I do.
Fumi doesn't like it. Fumi's not a fan of Alison Roman or shallot pasta.
You know what it is? I just like, do you guys subscribe to that like New York Times like email thing in the morning where they like sum up the news for you? The briefing. And so they end every briefing. It's like a ton of terrible news, and at the end it's like, now for some fun stuff. And then it's like they just show you like a little chicken with like a lemon on it or whatever.
Yeah.
And I always look at some of it is Alison Roman, some of it is not. I don't know if the recipes I'm criticizing in my hand right now are by Alison Roman, but I always find those recipes like, I don't know, it's just kind of lame. Yeah. They're always like, it's like mapo tofu, but now it's mushrooms and no beef. Or like
here's a twist.
And I always use the chicken over on the lemon thing as an example because like I look at them like that doesn't even look good. Like you just put lemon on chicken breast, the driest. You know what I'm saying? It's like
lemon is white people spice. Okay, that is what white people. They're like, oh, I want something real spicy and exotic. A little lemon on there, like a tiny bit of thyme, and it's like, ooh, I just can't have any more. It's just like it's too spicy for them. So that's what it is. But yeah, that's funny. Well, go ahead, Joe. You were saying you like Alison.
I mean, I really like her, but I can see her maybe not having any Asian friends. You know what I mean?
For sure. Yep.
I think it probably was like an honest like mistake, and she's like, shit, they're two Asians during AAPI Heritage Month.
Yeah.
Shouts.
Yeah, but she gets an article, but we don't, bro. That's what I'm saying.
Hey, she's probably gonna be curated. She's actually a curator now.
I know.
She's been curating these Asian women. So.
Oh man, I don't know how I feel about that. Yeah, because she is really great. I think it was an honest mistake, but I do think like it's one of those things where it's like an invisible like confirmation bias,
For
you
sure.
put people in different categories, and certain people stand out to you more than the other. And I think it's just one of those things where she's so into her little bubble, like she didn't intend any bad intentions, but it's just like it just reveals like who her friend circle probably is. It reveals like the media that she consumes, But I mean, I don't disagree with her about the consumerism part, but she also has two cookbooks, so
well, yeah.
you make everything available. Yeah, exactly.
When I read this, like, it seemed to me like we in the comedy world we hear a lot of like actual stand-up comedians complaining about like Instagram comedians or TikTok comedians, and that's what it kind of sounded like to me. It's like she's like a purist, I'm a real chef.
I see. She's a real chef.
My cookbooks are real. My shit's good. Everybody knows I'm on the New York Times. That's like the Comedy Cellar. But then you have like Chrissy Teigen, who's just like a Sports Illustrated model. Basically she's just jealous. Like you're a model, an amazing mom, and you're so funny, and also now you have a cookbook. Stay off my turf. That's kind of how I interpreted it.
Yo, that's a really smart way to think about it, JoJo, too. I forget that, like, you may have an ABG energy, but you got a PhD mind, okay? Because that was real smart.
Okay, you don't know like what ABGs are, okay?
No, I really don't.
Have fake lashes on today, so you're just completely off base.
How do ABGs wear fake lashes when they also got to wear the face mask? The fake lash is going to bump into the face mask, don't you think?
I know, right? The shield. I'll just wear a short one, like a stubby Japanese brand, but it's fine.
How are Asian people gonna go clubbing now? How are we supposed to go to raves? How are we gonna go? Yeah.
Seriously, there's like, do you guys remember when we were younger? I mean, Mike, do you remember of just like
no, I don't.
going to a club and like drinking other people's drinks and just like like touching strangers? Like that's not gonna happen anymore.
I was thinking about because like gross. Sometimes you go to like just like any Asian spot, like a lot of times at Korean bars they'll give you like a big thing of popcorn, and then everyone just like reaches into it with their hand, and I just do it all the time, and it's usually with your friends, but now it's like I can't even touch another person, let alone like share a beer or whatever, do your thing, or it's crazy, man.
Well, okay, because you know how like I was just watching Terrace House, so that's why I thought of this. Like that indirect kisu.
Yeah.
That's like a
big... Wait, sorry, I don't know what it is. What does that mean?
Okay.
What is that?
Okay, did you watch Terrace House, Fumi?
I did, but indirect as in like forced? What do you mean?
No. So like when someone like drinks from like...
Kansetsukisu. Yeah.
Okay, but can you explain it? Because I don't want to appropriate.
So, okay. No, you're not appropriate. I'm surprised it's not a thing in other Asian countries. So like, I remember this was a thing when I was like younger. So like when we're like in second grade and stuff, obviously no one's making out, but like let's just say I drink Coke out of my can and I set it down, and then like, or like another female friend's like, oh, can I have some of that? And I give it to her and she drinks it. That's called an indirect kiss, and it's like a very big deal. Yeah, people freak out because your lips touched the thing that my lips touched. Yeah.
But now we can't do that anymore. There'll be none of those like moments, because then people will be like, "Thank you, wipe," and then they'll like drink it separately.
I mean, I feel like that's Dr. Fauci was saying like we should just be wearing masks for the rest of our lives, which like honestly it would probably have a dramatic effect on like things like the flu and other diseases, just like better hygiene. And like I don't know, I never liked eating shit with my hands anyways. Maybe we could all start using chopsticks. That'd be kind of sanitary. That'd be kind of nice,
That's funny. If Dr. Fauci was Asian and he was just recommending everybody use face masks and chopsticks. No more indirect kisses,